Welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa. In today's reading vlog, we are reading two different books. The Wishing Game and The Family. These were supposed to be two separate vlogs, but I read both of these books very quickly, so we're doing both in this vlog. How exciting for you. Hello fam, let's discuss some things before we get into the book. First of all, I had trivia tonight and my team, we won. I contributed maybe 3 questions worth of things, but we won. I'm with the guy running it as to who took, you know, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and just really drawing it out. And the rest of my team, when we didn't hear our names in like the top 4 or whatever at the beginning, and they're like, one of my teammates was like, how did we fall so far? And everyone's like, oh, we didn't win. I'm like, no, we won. I believe in us. We did this. And then they announced our team name and it was true. We won. And it was so exciting. We won by 1 point. It was such a close game. Then my parents were over today for a little bit and my mom was appalled that I didn't have Netflix, because once I got booted off of my parents' account I just never re-signed it because I hardly ever watch TV. Yes, is it nice to have when I am in the mood to watch a show or a movie or something? Absolutely. But I just go in and out of phases and I just can't warrant paying for a streaming service to barely ever use it. And so when I got home from trivia, I get a text message from Netflix that says, activate your new account. And my darling parents, they're so funny. They added me to their account and I'm like, that's so kind. So I used to be such a TV and movie buff. The fact that I hardly watch any movies or TV now is just astounding. What vlog was that? My Magnolia Parks vlog? I used to be an indoor gal. I hardly ever went outside. So I would just like watch TV and read my books. As for the book, this is such a pretty cover. I never really like looked at the cover. There's a cute little clock island. I don't remember. I am on chapter 3, page 36. I listened to it for a little bit on my drive to and from trivia. I don't really like the narration style. I'm not a big fan of the narrators. Like, they're not horrible, but they're not my favorite. I had already temporarily DNF'd this book back when I first got it. I remember why. I didn't really like the prologue. Hugo, who is friends with Jack, who is an author of this beloved childhood book series. And Hugo is the illustrator for them. And then Lucy is a teacher's aide and she is trying to adopt this one kid that she has a very special connection to. She really would love to adopt it, but due to financial and just life encounters, the process is not going smoothly. I just got to the part where Jack, the author, announces that he is kind of doing like a riddle scavenger hunt for the only copy of his brand new book. It's giving like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Let's read and hopefully get into it. I'm really nervous that I'm not gonna love it because everybody else really loves this book and adores it and thinks it's so wholesome and so cute, and it does seem wholesome and cute but like also adult, and I just want to love it too. Good morning! I read for a little bit and we're getting into I read for a little bit last night, as you saw, and we're getting into the Willy Wonka-ish portion. There's a riddle. I suck at riddles. I hate riddles actually, which is a problem because I am in fact a Ravenclaw, and in order to get into the Ravenclaw common room, you have to solve a riddle. So it looks like I'll be sleeping in the hallway. We're getting to the game portion of it. I hope it goes well. And I want to know the backstory. Our Lucy, she knows things. I'm currently at the gym. I'm going to go do a push day. And then I'm supposed to play pickleball outside today, but I'm really nervous because it was supposed to be really sunny, 40s. Let me look and see what's changed, because right now it is cloudy. The wind might be an issue. Pre-workout time. I put chapstick on as I was driving here, which was dumb because when I take my pre-workout, then all the pre-workout gets stuck to my lips because of the chapstick. What can't be touched or tasted or held but can be broken? Do you know? Because I suck at riddles and I didn't, and it's so easy. It's a promise. Jack is so weird and quirky. Hugo, your bad mood is scaring the children. There are no children here. Weren't we all children once? The way that Jack handled Lucy's interaction with him, their first interaction, first meeting, was so endearing. That sun. Well, okay. We're just gonna deal with this lighting. Sorry. I am currently about to eat dinner. I went to Applebee's with my parents yesterday, so just having the rest of like my chicken bowl. Played pickleball. It was cold and windy. Burn. Cold and windy, but it was really fun. I'm hoping to get a group together tomorrow to play. Right now, I think we only have, there's 4 of us. Yeah, not much going on tonight. I think I'm gonna read for a little bit. Good morning! Weather report for today. It's gonna be 45 and sunny. I'm so excited. Today's schedule is gonna be very similar to yesterday's, except that it's daylight savings. Or it ends, whatever. It ended, something. I'm happy to be back on this time. So we're gonna go work out. It's a pull day. I'm gonna read for a little bit, get some stuff done around the house. I'm gonna go play pickleball this afternoon with Miles, Serge, and another girl I play volleyball with. I'm just so excited. I just want to be outside, especially if it's going to be this nice. And it doesn't look too windy today like it was yesterday. Oh, I watched like 6 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love it. That is so funny. So this is my first time like watching it through. Oh, the book. That's what I was going to talk about. The games have begun. It is very much like Willy Wonka scavenger hunt vibes. And also like romance subplot, hopefully. If not, I'm going to make it up. Let's do all the things today. Hello friends, I've been back from pickleball for a while. I didn't film anything and that's okay. It was so fun. There was just 4 of us and we played for like 2 hours, which was just so much fun. It was just so nice to be outside. Tried really hard not to take a nap because I want to be able to sleep tonight and I was so tired. So I just laid on the couch and read a little bit more and we only have, I think, like 80 something pages left, but I like just don't want to put it down. It's so whimsical and fun and I do not understand any of the riddles. I think in this entire book so far, I've gotten 1 riddle correct. And I just love the whimsy and childlike wonder that it is establishing in these adults that have come back to this island for this game. And it also just makes me really sad that, what's her face from Harry Potter, Professor Sprout, the actress that plays Professor Sprout, has said in this interview, she believes that like we should be grown out of Harry Potter by now and just like those childhood books. And that makes me so sad for her, for other adults who just think that kids' books are only just for kids. Like, and also Harry Potter is maybe the first 3 were more kid-like books, but definitely book 4 and on, absolutely not. That was geared more towards teenagers, but like those are hard-hitting topics and I love Harry Potter and I will die on that hill. Those books just meant so much to me growing up. That's why I got this tattoo, was for Harry Potter. It's the Harry Potter book stars. It just makes me sad that some adults think you can't enjoy that sense of wonder and excitement and love for something. I am gonna continue reading this. Maybe we'll finish it tonight. I don't know. What a great weekend, am I right? Lucy's being so frustrating right now. Calm down. I thought you were miserable. I thought I was too. A wise woman recently told me I'm full of shit. Just kiss. A storm? A storm where you can't go outside and you're stuck? Hugo is such a cutie. Sometimes the thing we want most in the world is the thing we're most afraid of. And the thing we're most afraid of is often the thing we most want. We are currently on part 5, one last little question. Holy freaking, what? Just having whiplash of emotions. Okay, I need to get through this. Oh, it's so cute. Hello friends, I'm going to chat while I do some grass done on my ankle. All of you with a foot fetish, you're gonna enjoy this segment. So, went to work today and it was a good day. Solid time there, then got home and as you saw, did some yoga and some reading outside. It was 65 degrees out today. That was absolutely amazing. So yeah, brought one of my outside chairs out there and just sat and read in the sun as much as I could. And then I had volleyball tonight and it's playoff time and unfortunately we lost tonight, which was so sad. First round of playoffs. I really don't know what was going on with us, to be honest. It's not like we were playing horribly. It was a good game regardless. We go to the consolation bracket now. Like my ankles are already hurting and like my Achilles, especially on my left foot, was really bothering me during the game, which doesn't really happen often, and I'm so scared of like tearing my Achilles. My anterior tibialis muscle really bothers me too because I've just like injured it, re-injured it, and some more of these like fun little muscles up here too. I also have massive bruises here and like here too, and I don't, oh no, it's here and here. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I ran into somebody, ran into something at work. As for the book, we are currently on part 4, book 4 is what it's called, and that is from 1942 to 1947. And I haven't talked anything about this book, so let's discuss. Because I read and listened to it today. It is historical fiction, as you saw, or as I told you at the beginning. And this is about the family, aka kind of like a mob crime family, boss family in New York in like late 1930s into the 1940s, and it is third-person POV and primarily follows these two girls who have grown up together in the family, and that is Sophia and Antonia. This is on the flap. Antonia's father has a disappearance and he also worked in the mob with Sophia's father. We all know what the disappearance was. So that's just navigating how Antonia still fits into the family, and her mom, Lena, who we also follow. Lena and Carlos are Antonia's parents, and Sophia's parents are Joey and Rosa. I don't mind third person POV, but it kind of bounces around sporadically, and I don't like that, and I get really confused as to who it's referring to at that point in time, especially when I'm listening, because all of a sudden it will be Rosa, which is Sophia's mom, and I'm like, wait, what? And talking about Sophia, and then it will bounce back to Lena or bounce over to Joey, and I'm like, who the heck are we following? But primarily it focuses on Sophia and Antonia from when they were 5 years old, and right now they are in, I just finished when they were like 19 and 20. World War II has happened. It walks you through Pearl Harbor, all that, and this takes place in New York City in that time. And it's just weird because they live in an apartment, but I don't know, and they're like small apartments, which is odd to me because you would think of like a crime boss or a gang lord or whatever the family, you would think of them in a really nice brownstone apartment or walk up or something, not in a small apartment. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, how weird is it for all of these apartments, especially in New York, in all the neighborhoods in New York City, like how strange is it to be living in something where, like, who knows who used to live in there? Like, it could have been a crime boss. Somebody could have been murdered or part of a gang or something, which is just wild to me. All the history, I guess, that comes with living in New York City and all those apartments especially. I'm enjoying it. I don't think this will be one that I remember. This book explores the friendship between Antonia and Sophia, especially like as it evolves when they're little girls to when they get into high school and kind of separate paths into coming back together as friends, and a tale of friendship and going through different life experiences, and not necessarily the same life experiences, but still experiencing them together. All right, so let's get into the review of both books here. So The Wishing Game by Meg Schaffer. Schaffer? It was very cute. So yes, that's a great review, I know. But it was just very touching. It was wholesome. That's what I'm trying to say. That is the word that we are looking for here. It's everything your adult self would want for your child self. Healing your inner child, because what happens is Lucy gets to go to this island of her favorite author that she ran away to and really hoped that she would be able to live with him, because her childhood was very neglectful due to her parents and sister, which was very tragic in and of itself, that whole situation. She goes to this island to live with her favorite author because he's just so quirky and goofy and fun, and she feels like she could get the attention that she needed from him. Obviously, that is illegal, so that could not happen. But fast forward in the future, he's inviting everybody back, or all the kids that ran away to the island when they were children, back as adults to compete in this trial for his new book. All of his games and riddles to win this book were just so fun because they are geared towards children, and having adults think like children again is not something that people are used to, and just opening yourself up to being a kid again is just so fun. It's just so fun. Like, I would love to go to this island to just hang out and be silly goofy. Obviously there's a lot more pressure because whoever wins the book gets the rights to the book, or wins the competition gets the rights to the book. It was just so wholesome and cute and fun, and this
romance subplot, while it wasn't big in there, it was still really cute and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, definitely recommend, especially if you just love books and you want to have like a little escape from being an adult. That would be the book that I would recommend. Then the next book that we read was The Family by Naomi Krupitsky. I finally did it, thank goodness. This book has been on my TBR for so freaking long and I am so glad to finally be done with it. This is a historical fiction book. While I have to be in a certain mood to read historical fiction, this is not a book that I would recommend if you want to read historical fiction or just want to try it out. Not that it's a bad book, but it's very slow moving, as well as the writing is very difficult to track, as I stated in one of the clips. It's third person POV, but it jumps around a lot and there are characters that you need to keep track of, and it doesn't switch POVs, like switch perspectives smoothly. Regardless, this is about Sophia and Antonia, and they are children, girls, besties that grow up in the family, which the family is the mob. Back in between, I think, 1930s to 1940s-ish. And it just follows the span of their life, their friendship, their ins and outs of friendship, as well as growing as women and as people and trying to have some sort of self-identity while also completing the roles as women in that time period. I think it did a really good job at looking at postpartum depression, as well as just like not having an identity outside of motherhood, outside of being a wife. It explores that very, very well, and how important your friendships and your support from your friendships can play into that and helping you get out of that grief, because it also looks at other aspects where it takes someone a long, long time to feel kind of whole again. And also it just looks at how difficult it is to be outside of the family, like to get out if you wanted to get out of the family, which is typically zero. I really loved the development of their friendship, and it's very much, I feel like, more of a character study in seeing how these women progress in their lives. And it also looks at their mothers and their fathers and husbands and their roles in their lives as well, and their children too, and how being in the family affects everybody and how it is actually like very much a family. While I was reading this, I'm like, this seems like a men's MLM but with death. So yeah, I would not be cut out for this lifestyle. I want to stress that yes, it is a lot of importance on friendship during this time and having somebody understand what you're going through, but it does play heavily on feeling lost as a woman, because during the time that it was, you know, women were mothers, wives, housewives, did all the things, and they felt no bigger purpose, even though they had dreams and aspirations. But it always seems to happen that women have to place their dreams on hold for others to fulfill theirs. How to go about seeking out your dreams, or even just adapting your dreams differently, even though it's not how you initially saw them. Yes, I'm very happy that I finally read it and it's off my TBR shelf. Probably not one I will think about often. Also, the ending I wasn't a big fan of. Not that it was a bad ending, I just felt like it was a cliffhanger. Alright, that's gonna conclude this vlog. These are the two books that I read. Have you read either of them, both of them, none of them? Are you going to? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stick around for any more reading vlogs, feel free to subscribe to the channel or any other bookish content that we do here, and give this video a thumbs up if you just liked hanging out with me doing things on this lovely, lovely week. Respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!